and I'm reviewing the new song by Paramore called Now. It's a very different song from what they've done in the past. I think it's a different mixture of alternative types of music. It sounds a lot to me more like No Doubt, like some of the early No Doubt stuff, but I didn't really listen to No Doubt, so I can't make an opinion on that. But it really, Haley's singing really reminded me of Gwen Stefani singing back in her early days. It was really great, and it was very high pitched too. And she was trying to score it at her best. I like the direction this band is going in. I think they're them without Josh and Zach are pretty good so far. Let's hear the rest of the album to make a full review. And I like the guitar parts. I like the bass lines too that Jeremy Davis did while in the bridge of the song. I really like the way Elon Ruin did drums on this record so far, from what I've heard in the song. And I think he's a really intriguing drummer, and I can't wait to hear all of his stuff on Paramore and Angels and Airwaves. Though I don't like that he's a full-time member of both bands, because he could certainly handle both bands very well. And he's just as good as, I don't know if it was Zach or Josh that played drums. So, yeah. It's a very up-tempo song when it gets to the chorus, and it gets really riffy at times too, with certain lead guitar lines that Taylor York does. So yeah, it's a very good song. The lyrics are very good too. It's a very dark tone, and it gets a little bit up-tempo when it comes to the chorus too, and it gets darker again, and it's just a really good song overall. I think it's a very good change. I compare it to what Linkin Park did when they changed their style of music back in 2007 from like rap and metal colliding together. Instead of just colliding together, you kind of sort the boundaries out and make it more an alternative piece of music. So yeah, that's what I really think this album is going to be. I think it's going to be an experimental album, and it's probably going to be the best one that they've ever done without Josh and Zach. And I'm convinced that Paramore can still go on without Josh and Zach. So if you're convinced, then good to you. If you don't like the new Paramore stuff, then go back to the old stuff. I like the new stuff. I like the changes. I'm experimental in my taste in music. I'm very experimental with my taste in music. And even though my favorite band is Radiohead, I listen to a lot of bands. I'm in this phase where I'm in this phase. Like right now, I'm listening to a lot of hard rock, hard punk, pop punk rock, and Paramore definitely suits up as one of the best pop rock bands of all time. They're up there with No Doubt, and they're up there with similar bands like Blink and Angels and Airwaves, and even when they were hardcore, like when they were a little bit more hardcore sounding, they were up against bands like Alexis on Fire and Billy Talent and Story of the Year, up against bands like those. And when they changed their style, like to right now, where they are right now, I think they sound a lot more like No Doubt and maybe a bit of their older stuff. And this song actually kind of reminds me of Crush too, because it's a very up-tempo song with a dark tone still to the lyrics and everything. But it just has that vibe to that song, that similar song. Maybe it's a sequel to the song. And I heard the video from what I saw a shot in the video that looks like it could be filmed at the same place they did Crush. So, yeah, that's my review of Paramore's new song called Now. I can't wait until the new record comes out. I'm equally ecstatic as you guys are, so, well, let's wait and see.